there's quite a few heavyweights I know who they can log significantly more than the axle.
Yeah, so it comes down to the clean, and especially with the heavyweights, especially the big shows. Normally, those are going to be fixed, and fixed is generally much more difficult than traditional Ironman and then bumper plates. Just because at one point you have to like let go of the axle to get it, just because it's the non-rotating axle, and that can be very kind of difficult if you're not familiar with it. So your technique is generally going to have to be pretty close to what you need to in order to hit that fixed axle lift. A lot of the heavyweights, I think, generally will do kind of either kind of like the bump up. They don't ever try to get under the axle clean. They just work it up their body, and that can be quite difficult to kind of do on a constant basis, especially when it's heavyweight. So I think just back to your point, for the most part, is just lacking the traditional kind of like the fundamentals of the axle, of being able to pull it high, and also push your body around or pull your body around the axle. So I for instance, I had my press seminar recently, and I told them, if you're good at muscle cleans, you're good at power cleans, congratulations, you're good at axle cleans, because it's literally putting muscle cleans in a power clean together in order to do that axle. Just the way, if you're bringing it to your, let's say, right above the belt, or if there's no belt clean rules, very close to it, and then pulling that up, and then the final pop where you're pulling up as high as you can. And also, I always say, getting under like a power clean, that's I think a perfect I would say way to catch the weight. But also, if that bar is going to be fixed or non-fixed, it's not really going to matter, because you're letting go of the bar at some point and kind of repositioning your hands. So a lot of times what happens to those heavyweights, that they don't really account for the rotating of the bar. So they just kind of like place the bar, and they're still holding on to it. So the fact that they kept holding on to it creates that rotation, and then the bar starts
taken for a ride, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah. So they either have to dump it forward, or they're going backwards.